So Mark Cuban is deep in the DeFi space, and he's not just giving it lip service, right? He actually uses it for its intended purpose, probably more than you and I have actually. But what if I told you that I can see his Ethereum wallet and all the transactions that he does and all the coins that he buys? Which, by the way, there are some that I haven't even heard of yet. And I promise you this is not clickbait at all. I'll show you exactly how to view his wallet. And if you're curious to learn more and perhaps might want to buy some of those gems that he holds, then you're in the right place. Strap in, my friend, and let's dive right in. Okay, so how are you able to see Mark Cuban's wallet, right? Well, you got to remember he loves NFTs and he always shares on his Twitter all the different NFTs that he owns. And because NFTs are just tokens on a public blockchain, you can see the account owner's address and you can grab his Ethereum addresses that are tied to those NFTs. So I use an app called Zerion to track his wallets, and it can give me a really easy breakdown of what he owns, which protocols he's staking on, all the trades that he makes in a really easy to digest manner, not all those complicated stuff that you see on Etherscan. Now, taking a step back, why does this even excite me, right? Because I know there's a lot of fear on the streets right now after the huge crash in May of 2021, but I don't think the bull market is over at all, right? This could still shape up to be the summer of DeFi that people were promising us beforehand, which just means that DeFi coins, especially the ones with real adoption, are going to strongly outperform all other coins out there, doggy coins. So let's take a look at Mark Cuban's coins, shall we? I'm gonna start with some of the more well-known names and then dive into the smaller gems and give you a quick preview of each one so that you can see if it's something that you wanna look further into or maybe not. The most well-known one in his whole portfolio is MakerDAO, and that's one of the most impressive DeFi projects of them all. If you go to DeFi polls, you'll see that Maker has long held the top spot in terms of the total value locked within their protocol. At the highest point, they surpassed a whopping $15 billion in value locked. Now, Maker is the protocol behind the popular stablecoin DAI, which we made a video all about stablecoins, by the way, that you should watch if you don't know about them yet. You gotta remember, DAI is completely decentralized, unlike USDC or USDT. The collateral behind it is crypto assets, and you can deposit certain coins into the protocol and get DAI in return. Now, Maker, which is what Mark holds, is their governance token. And if you hold it, you can vote on changes to the protocol, like adjusting something called the savings rate. Now, this is super powerful because that determines the interest that people earn for holding DAI on their platform. If the rate is high, people want to buy DAI to earn that juicy interest. And if the rate is low, people will sell their DAI to get yield elsewhere. This is the tool that the protocol uses that they can raise or lower to keep the price close to $1. Because remember, it's supposed to be a stable coin after all. Now, DAI has always impressed me because it held its $1 peg or pretty close to it, even during a brutal bear market of 2018 and 2019, where the price of the collateral behind it dropped 90% or more in value over that span of time, but DAI still held its peg. Now, as for Maker, there are only 1 million tokens out there, which is why the price is in the thousands for each Maker. It's super easy and available if you want to buy it. You can get it on Coinbase, Binance, or any of the top dexes as well. Now, this next one should not come as any surprise because Mark Cuban loves NFTs and he's bought a lot that he always shows off on his Twitter. So he owns Rari tokens, which are part of the Rarible platform. This is just a popular NFT marketplace, which is super straightforward, right? You go on there to buy NFTs, or you can mint your own as a creator. If you want a rundown of how to mint or flip NFTs, then you should check out my video on that exact topic after you finish this one. I'll leave the link down below in the description. Honestly, out of all the popular NFT marketplaces out there like Nifty Gateway, OpenSea, this one, Rarible, is my favorite one because they have a really sleek user interface and it's just a beautiful experience to behold. Now, the Rari tokens that Mark owns are meant for governance, so you can hold it to vote on proposals and changes to their platform. The token price has gone on quite the roller coaster ride though. It started at around 50 cents, went all the way up to $45, and all the way back down to $12 right now. It's also pretty widely available on Kraken, Uniswap, SushiSwap, and all the other ones. Now for this next project that Mark owns, I kind of chuckled when I saw it in his wallet because we just made a video about it a few weeks ago. The project's name is Audius, and their token's name is Audio. They are a decentralized music streaming platform, so kind of like SoundCloud, but more power to the artists. One key differentiator is that they're censorship resistant, of course, so you can't really remove content. And they also enable a closer relationship between artists and their fans. Honestly, I've tried out their platform before and the music sounds really crystal clear. And overall, thumbs up to the experience for end users. Now, there's not as wide of a selection of music as I'd like, but it's a work in progress, so hopefully they'll improve there. As to their audio token, it's integrated throughout their whole system, right? You can earn it as rewards for payouts, you can stake it, it's for governance, and you can hold it to access special features too. They're a relatively young project with only a $150 million market cap as of right now. They went from lows of around 10 cents to highs of around $4.20. And you can buy it on Binance, FTX, Uniswap, and many other popular exchanges. Now, these last two projects have a pretty low market cap, and I haven't heard of them before I saw Mark using them. So I'm pretty excited to dive in further because they could give us outsized gains in the future. But before I get to those, a quick shout out to our sponsors for this video, Waves Exchange. They're offering a new algorithmic trading investment product that earns potentially 60% APY in USDT. They're calling it Lambo Investments because one lucky user will win a real Lambo too. How it works is simple. You just deposit USDT and they put that into trading bots, which last year those bots generated 63%. But they also set up the bot rules so that the max loss will be 10%. You don't need to go through any KYC to enter the giveaway. You just need to hold at least one of their USDT Lambo tokens on average for the span of their 180-day contest period to qualify for the random drawing. That's it, pretty simple, and even if you don't win, you can earn interest on your money with their algo trading. If you're interested, definitely check out my link down in the description below. All right, now time for the last two that I'm super excited about. This next one is super unique, and I haven't seen many out there that are like them. It's called Hedgic, and they offer decentralized option contracts on either Ethereum or Bitcoin. So you can buy puts or calls, but on-chain. Remember, I made a video about Bitcoin options a few weeks ago, but those were on centralized platforms like Deribit or LedgerX. These on Hedgic are totally decentralized though, and you can use them to protect the value of your portfolio or just gamble like those Wall Street Bets folks who bought call options on GameStop or Tesla and made millions from just a few thousand initial capital. They're definitely total degenerates though, so I wouldn't recommend doing that. You could also play the other side and provide liquidity as an option seller within Hedgic. The benefit of that is that you can earn premiums, and if you hold their Hedgic token, it's for governance, but also if you stake it, you can get a cut of the fees, which is super clutch in my eyes. Now, this Hedgic token is relatively young and it only has around a $60 million market cap right now. That could mean that it has a lot more room to run. It went from 11 cents to 57 cents and all the way back down. And you can buy it on Uniswap, SushiSwap, or Binance even. So there's a lot of options there. Now this last one, Mark is actively staking over $1 million worth of this coin. And that got me super curious, right? The project's name is Alcomix, and it's actually brilliant. They do crypto loans, which, okay, we've seen a lot of that before, but these automatically repay themselves over time. Here's kind of how it works from a high level, right? You deposit DAI stablecoin, and for every 2 of those, you get back 1 of their ALUSD stablecoin. Then your DAI is sent to Yearn Finance vaults to yield farm, and that yield is used to pay off your debt. All of that is done automatically in the background for you. So you can take their stablecoin that they give you and change it back to DAI, which is much easier to flip for cash if that's what you want. Now, it's also super flexible because you can pay off your loan at any time, and they set it up so that there's no liquidations that you have to worry about at all. Their ALCX token is for governance purposes, and this is the one that Mark holds a lot of. He also stakes it actively in their pool in order to earn more ALCX. That's what he's doing. Their token just launched in February of this year, so it's super young, but they already have a $250 million market cap. The best way to get it is on SushiSwap or FTX if you have access to that exchange. Now, pro tip right here, you have to act quickly because gas fees are super low right now after the huge crash. We were around $200 in a Uniswap trade a few weeks ago. Now it's only around $40. So if there's any time to go trade on DEX, now is the time, guys. Go check it out on Etherscan's gas tracker and go put in some trades for maybe these coins if you like them. So I don't own any of these coins yet, but some of them are really interesting and I definitely want to take a closer look and potentially jump on them real quick. If you liked this type of video, then please smash the like button. Next up, I'm also going to make a video about Mark Cuban's huge $1 million bet about Bitcoin versus the S&P 500, and also another worth the hype video for Matic or Polygon. While you wait for those, why not check out these videos I made about Audius and their audio token, or this one about my personal 3 DeFi coins that are flying under the radar. I'm Kevin from BFB. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Cheers.